Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite tried and true thrifting tips. As you know, thrifting is one of my favorite things. The majority of my wardrobe has come from the thrift store, and I have a few tricks to share with you. But first, if you're new around here, hi, my name is Lydia Senn, and I make videos on frugal and simple living. I am all about the moms on a tight budget and a tight schedule. So if you're looking for a quick tip, a meal idea, or just a little encouragement, I would love for you to subscribe and join our community. Number one tip, my absolute number one tip, is to have a list of things that you need before you go. It can be a list in your phone, in the Notes app. It can be a list in your planner. You know, I recommend keeping things like your children's measurements and their shoe sizes and the next size they're going to be and all of that in your planner anyway. And one of the reasons that I recommend that is, one, if you're looking at consignment sales or thrift stores, or when people ask you for upcoming holiday or birthday gifts. But having an idea of what you need already written out is going to save you from impulse spending. Also, when keeping a list of stuff that you need, it's good to know what the original price was, because as wonderful as it is to thrift, for me, thrifting is about saving money. And if I'm going to buy something and it's about the same price as it would be new, I'm probably not going to buy it secondhand. The thrift store can be triggering for some people. If you don't go without a list, it's really easy to just, ooh, it's $2.99 at the thrift store. Like, what's the big deal? It adds up fast. And if you're buying something that you don't need, regardless of how cheap it was, it's still too expensive. Remember, the most expensive thing that you buy is the thing that you buy and you never use. The thing that you buy and it just sits in a closet or under a cabinet or on a shelf completely unused. It doesn't matter if it was only $1 or $2 or $3, it's still wasted money if you're not going to use it. And sometimes we do the opposite to ourselves. We make an investment in something, and it's a different topic for a different day, but we think because I've made this monetary investment, I'm going to use it, and then we don't. So it doesn't matter how good of a deal something is. If you never use it, it's still wasted money. Dress to go. So when I went yesterday, I had on a pair of black leggings, I had on a sweater, and I had a tank top on under that sweater. So that way, if all of the dressing rooms were full, I could like pull a pair of jeans or pull a skirt or pull a dress on over my head in the aisle. Okay, so when purchasing clothing, I recommend a few things. Number one, the good old smell test. So I bought this, grab it, sniff it. Does it smell like mold, mildew? Does it smell like cigarette smoke? Does it smell just kind of musty? Does it smell overly perfumey? I also like to, this is kind of gross, but feel under the underarms, because sometimes like deodorant gets built up there and that can be hard to get rid of. Also, look, this is where the arm meets the dress. This is not worn out. It doesn't have a lot of peels. It doesn't have more than just the usual, it was worn once or twice, wear or tear. It doesn't look worn, because I don't want my clothes to look worn, even though I am on a budget. Also, make sure that the clothes don't have holes in them, that they are not stained, that they don't have repairs that you yourself can't do. I don't know how to thread a needle. I'm not sewing buttons back on. But if there's a zipper that's messed up and you can fix it, or a button that's missing and you can fix it, by all means go for it. But if you're like me and you're undomesticated, stick to the stuff that you don't have to fix. Also, when it comes to donating stuff to the thrift store, don't donate stuff that you wouldn't purchase yourself. Don't donate stuff that has holes in it, that smells, that's torn up, that's irreparable, because that's just rude. Actually asked on Instagram for some tips, and someone said something that I loved. It said, don't buy stuff to think you're going to mend it unless you are willing to do it that night. So unless you're willing to go home and hem the pants or patch the hole or fix the zipper that night, don't even waste your time, because you probably won't get around to it. You're busy. You're busy. My next tip is to take your time. Just because you didn't see it at the first glance doesn't mean that it's not there. So take your time to walk down every aisle. Sometimes people pick things up, they're thinking about it, and they don't put it back in the right place. And so you may find that hidden gem or that thing that you were looking for, and it's not necessarily in the right location. Also, every thrift store I have ever been to has a day where they have specials, and usually it'll be at a sign in the front of the store, or it'll be a sign on the end cap or the end of the clothing that tells you, like, today everything with a blue tag is on sale, or today men's clothes are on sale, or today is Teacher Appreciation Day. But know what days they have these sales. Also, it is better to go like on a Monday or Tuesday when they're re-inventorying the store than it is on the weekend when it is a little bit busier. Although I went on Saturday and I found a lot of wonderful items. Okay, so Kelly from Yard Sale Squad. Girl knows her stuff. I love her. I love Kelly. Go check her out. But one of the things that she says is if you're shopping with kids, remember the 3 S's, which are snacks, stroller, and set a timer. So I use timers all the time with my kids, like we're only gonna be in here 15 more minutes, or we're only gonna play here for 30 minutes. And they know that when the timer goes off, oh, it's time to go. And there are fewer tantrums that way. But Kelly, she knows her stuff. So check the thrift store's Instagram account or Facebook account. Sometimes they'll have text message lists. The one I went to yesterday had an app, and they notify you of when there are deals and sales. And at this particular one, they had an app that you could scan and get points for coupons off later on, which, what, a coupon to the thrift store? Yes. Also, there's a thrift store in my community. Also, the Goodwill in my community does these days, like I think it's once a month or once a quarter, where you can fill a bag, and the bag is like 10 bucks. So as much stuff as you can fit in it for 10 bucks. I've gone to the thrift store and thought, that's so cute, and picked it up and realized, oh, I donated this. I donated it because I didn't like the way it felt. Okay, so I would love to know, what are some of your tips for thrifting? I absolutely love thrifting. It's a great way to save money. It's a great way to help your community and the charities that they support. The one that I went to yesterday helps children's hospitals, and it's environmentally friendly. There's just lots of reasons to fall in love with thrifting, but leave me your best tips, and I'll see you soon.